What is up, YouTube? Not gonna lie, I just woke up and it's 1:22. Damn. Just woke up, but today is the day where we start prepping. Alright. Doesn't look like much, but it sure costs like $200. So this is all the stuff that I bought so far for paint to prep the car for, instead of saying paint, this is everything that I bought so far to prep the car for primer. Let's say that. Of course, not the entire car. So here you go. Mineral spirits. This is 2 clean up oil-based paint residue. This, you already know, Bondo. Get the dents and stuff out while you sand. I got different grits of sandpaper. 320, 220, 180, that's all I have so far. And then I have, of course, these for like the wet sanding and whatnot. And then I have acetone. This one I'm gonna use on the fiberglass body kit when I sand it. But then I have primer. Rust-Oleum primer. And the last thing that I bought was the Black Decker 5-inch random orbital sander. Orbital? Bro, I can't talk this morning. Why can't talk this morning? But I bought this palm sander right here. The reason why I bought these cans right now, that's going to be for the front end of the car. So what I mean by the front end is going to be for the fenders, the fiberglass bumper, possibly the hood. So that's all going to be for the front end of the car. For the rest of the car, what I'm going to have to do is for the KBD body kit for the side skirts and the rear bumper, I'm going to have to buy flexible primer and adhesion promoter. So that way the primer and the paint could stick to the body kits. And then for the rest of the car, I ain't know how I'm gonna do it yet. I'm be truthful with y'all, I'm be truthful. But this is my first time prepping the car for primer or for paint and whatnot. So the hardest things I already know that's going to happen to me is going to be filling in the dents and repairing all the small little dents. And then also the sanding process, because since it's my first time, I still don't know anything too much. I just know that don't sand too much because the low spots, and then you have the high spots, and then you got the little dots, and you got the, you know what I'm saying, bugs clanging your stuff. So I don't even know what's going on. I don't even know if I should do this. But yeah, it should be a good learning process and give me the skills for learning how to paint. But of course, this video will not be filmed just in one day. It's going to be filmed today, and I don't even know if I'm going to do it right now, to be honest. It's too damn hot, bruh. California, bruh, too hot, bruh. But I will be filming me sanding the car down, or the front end. And then what I'm gonna do with the rest of the car, of course, is I'm gonna sand it down with 320 grit, because that's what's recommended, 320 to 400. But at Lowe's, that's where I bought all the stuff from. They only had 320 grit. They didn't have the 400 grit, but this is what the entire car is gonna be sanded down with before primer. Bam, there she be. Yep, I got the hood on. The headlights are in. I fixed the fitment slightly, but as you can see, the gap is still pretty big. I got the noodle to hold the bumper up, but I just gotta bolt it up. But other than that, everything is off the car. Damn, bro, they over there cleaning and stuff. But as you can see, I got the tail lights out. I also got the bumper off. And then on the left side, as you can see, that shit is still bad. So I won't be fixing any of the quarter panels because they will be hidden under the over fenders. So, but yeah, I would walk on this side, but as you can see, there's a fat ass wasp nest up there, and I ain't trying to get my black ass stung. So, I need to go ahead and clean the car down first before I start sanding, and I also got to take the headlights out and stuff of that sort. So let's get to it. Alright, I didn't record it, but I'm wet sanding the hood right now with 400 grit. The reason why I'm doing that is because this came pre-primered and it was already smooth. So what I'm doing now is I'm pretty much sanding down the black primer, and I'm gonna put gray primer on top of it because the whole car is gonna be primered with gray primer, and I don't want different panels showing different colors just because the primer is different. The hood is pretty smooth. The only thing is this part right here. I think it got scratched somehow earlier. I don't even know how. But yeah, other than that, the hood is pretty good. I might just do one more pass of 400 and then wash it down, and then the hood will be done. Test run. Ooh. Okay. All right. Damn, your boy look. All right, I got a hat on because it's too dang hot. I also got my shirt off because it's hot. And also I know that you guys might be thinking, oh, you should be wearing a mask. I know I should, but the wind is blowing north. So which means that the way I'm standing, everything's blowing this way. So I'm not really breathing in too much standing, and it's too hot for me to wear a mask, and I try to faint. Okay, I got the bumper sanded smooth. Yeah, I think the bumper is good to go. Out of everything, I think the bumper is one of the best. Only thing is that there's this weird line right here, like the scratch. I tried sanding it out, but it's still kind of like high, I guess what you can say. I washed everything. I just gotta wipe it down with acetone, and then I'm gonna let it sit. We'll see if I end up primering it today, or if I wait a couple days. I don't know, but we'll see. Yeah, we'll see if I end up primering it today or letting it sit and doing it tomorrow or next week or the week after or whenever I feel like painting, because I still have to sand the rest of the car down. And as you can see, these, I don't know, I can't do these because I'm not that good at auto body or anything, but for the most part, the quarter panels are going to be covered up by the rear over fenders. So I might even just skip sanding these. I don't know, we'll see. But as you can see, there's a huge dent in the door right here that I gotta figure out how to do. I might just use a bar and try to see if I could pull this dent out from the inside, and then I'm gonna have to use Bondo. All right, it is a couple hours later, still the same day. I decided to start primering everything. I didn't record it because I didn't want to just record me painting or anything of that sort, but I got to do one more coat on the bumper. I didn't do the bottom, but I did end up doing the fenders and whatnot. Those fenders, as you can see, I suck with paint. This side is very streaky. Boom. This side is better, still streaky, and the bumper is coming out better. I just got to do one more coat, and then we should be good. The bumper. And then I'm gonna get started with the hood, and then that will complete the front end. I went ahead and drove to Lowe's to get more primer so I could finish off the front end. So far, for those two fenders and the bumper, it took me about like 4 cans of primer, because I still gotta finish off the front bumper with one, like half a can. And that should do it for the front, and then gotta get started on the hood. All right, the hood is done over there. Bumper is done, fenders are done. I'm gonna start wet sanding all the primer. Again, I'm no professional whatsoever at it. This is my first time primering something, but everything is good so far. I'm just gonna start wet sanding it. I'll probably do that tomorrow, but that is gonna end today's video. Hopefully you guys like it, see me struggling. Don't roast me too hard in the comments. First time doing it. We'll see how everything turns out. And I will not be painting this car because your boy sucks ass at painting. But hopefully everything turns out good in terms of primer. But that is going to do it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys in the next one. PPAView out. Peace. Alright y'all, it's a couple days later. I accidentally messed up. I thought they were going to be 3-piece wheels, but they actually ended up being 2-piece wheels. And I think that they are welded. So the whole point for me getting these off of Kruber. Also, don't mind my shirt. This is my hobo shirt. You know what I'm saying? We got holes and shit. But the whole point of me getting these wheels off of Kruber was to get wheels with specific specs that I could rebuild. For example, these wheels are 18 by 7.5. Like, that's not wide at all. And they're used like horribly. You can see that the lips are scratched a lot. So I got these to rebuild them. And as you can see that the fenders, for example, are wider, and I also got rear over fenders that are gonna go on. So I was gonna rebuild these wheels, you know, trying to do some hot boy shit. But if I were to show you the back of the wheel, you can tell that the lips are welded to the barrel. And these are the screws right here that I would be able to take out. But since the lips are welded to the barrel, there's no point of taking the screws out. So yes, these are work Euroline KH wheels right here, 18 by 7.5. Now what I could do is try and somehow cut the lips out of the barrels, but I probably won't end up doing that, at least not anytime soon. So I probably just run them how they are and just get some wide spacers until I get some other wheels, because I really wanted to build 3-piece wheels. I don't know, at least I can say that I have work wheels. So for those of you that don't know, in a previous video, what I did was I prepped the front end for paint. There is a specific color that I want for this car, so I just didn't want to paint the car with a paint that I would be okay with when I could just wrap it with a color that I actually want, if that makes sense. And also wrap would be cheaper, because I feel like if I were to prep this car by myself, it would not turn out the greatest. So I will be prepping it more so for wrap, and in the future, I will be getting this car painted. So the goal is to put everything back on, because I was saying everything off for the paint, but now since I'm not painting it and just wrapping it, just gotta make sure everything is sanded and smooth, and then I'll most likely end up wrapping everything on the car. So yeah, let's get to it.